Hey traders, Jason here from Levitt Brothers. So I'm starting to see a little bit of rotation take place in the market, and I just want to bring it to your attention because for the last 2 weeks we've gotten warnings, but the market isn't going down. The S&P's printed a new high, Nasdaq's really close. The small caps are even doing better than everything. They're not at a new high, but like on a relative basis, they're doing better than everything. So it kind of made me think like, hey, maybe the market can keep going up if there's perfect rotation taking place beneath the surface. So stocks that have done well could pull back as long as there's something else to grab the baton and run. The market can keep going up. So I want to just bring some of the rotation to your attention. So this is what I'm seeing out here. So home builders doing much better. They came out of a base over here. You can see they came up over here, pulled back to their 8, higher high, highest level since way back in February, pulled back hard after there was some Fed comments about rates, and now back at a higher high. So this is the highest level since January now. So home builders in play. They've been in play for a couple weeks. I pointed this out a few weeks ago. So this is a place that money is moving to. If home builders do well, regional banks are going to do well too. So the regional banks came out of a base here. You can see they moved up. This is the leverage ETF. Hard drop, same thing with the home builders, but now kind of nestling up to a resistance level. So if home builders do well, regional banks will do well. So this is the place to look. Real estate in general has done much better. Okay, big dump over there when tariffs came out, but then they recovered. They've been flatlining for a couple months, and just this week they broke out volume average, but still highest level since back in March. So real estate in general is doing better. Retail is doing better. Okay, I don't think I've played a retail stock in several months. Most of the stuff I've been playing has been like the higher speculative growth stuff that's like really moving, and yet very quietly here's retail, RETL, which is a leverage ETF, has just been channeling up. It moved off a low, came out of a base, and just higher highs, higher lows, doing well at its highest level since way back in February. Okay, so while this is taking place, home builders, regional banks better, real estate, retail, some of the speculative names that we've been playing have fallen off. Okay, so here's Archer, came out of a base over here, ran up huge, volume solid, but then boom, gave it all back. Lightbridge in the nuclear power group came out of like a falling wedge here, broke out, but came all the way back. Okay. When the animal spirits are alive, when the market's doing really well, you don't see big drops like this. Like over here, it came out of a base, it came back, touched its 21 and boom, took off. Here, broke out and came all the way down below all moving averages, 8, 21, 50, all moving averages. So if the stock was strong, it wouldn't have fallen that much. So, tried to move up, couldn't hold it. Redwire came out of a base, here, shot up, and then gave it all back. IonQ in the quantum computing group, while others were trying, while others were trying to break out, while the market was at a new high, while stocks were kind of running in like a little bit of euphoric nature, this one couldn't even break out. Okay, got up to a previous high and then got batted back to a low. It's like one bad day away from being at a 1 month low. Okay, so that's what I see. Here's another one, Black Sky, ran up huge, dropped 30% in just a couple of days. Here's another one, PDYN, came out of an elevated base here. You can draw trend lines in different ways, but gave it all back. Okay, it doesn't mean these trends are over. It just means that the euphoria seems to be winding down in the near term. These stocks could pull back, they could base, and we can have huge runs in the fall. But given that they fell so hard, probably the party's over, or at the very least, we have to adjust our thinking. Meanwhile, you have Microsoft slowly trending up near its all-time high. Google is coming out of it's kind of sloppy base here, but has done well overall. Higher highs, higher lows, kind of messy. Earnings good last night. Stock at a new high. Not a new high, but higher high. Amazon coming out of steadily trending up. Okay, so what I see overall is I got money kind of coming out of some of the speculative growth names, drones, space, quantum stuff, nuclear stuff. Those stocks have provided huge opportunities for us to make money. And it seems to be rotating into some of just, I don't want to say old school or whatever. I'm just like, they're just rotating into different groups. Some banks, some real estate, some housing, retail. And it's also going into like the bigger mega cap tech names like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, which there's some safety there. So it's coming out of the speculative stuff, going into safety. And the net of all this is the market keeps going up because the S&P printed a new high yesterday. Okay, so on the surface, the market keeps trending up. Beneath the surface, there's some kind of shuffling of the deck chairs. Okay, there's money's moving around. It's moving around in a way that enables the market to continue trending up. We'll see if that can remain the case. But if you're looking at the top line and you're seeing, hey, S&P's trending up, I can just get into a bunch of stocks. You got to be a little bit careful, okay? Because not everything is moving up. Money's rotating around. There are leaders. There are laggards. You're not going to want to just close your eyes and just buy stuff. You're going to want to like be a decent stock picker. Okay. So that's all I got for you. Just kind of point out that money seems to be rotating around. The groups that had done well for us for a couple months, starting to show some cracks. Okay. It doesn't mean the show is over. They could easily regain their strength and go up again, this fall. But in the near term, it seems like money is rotating to a little bit of safe, some safer areas. All right. Hope you got something out of this. We'll see you next time.